Okay, now we're going to solve some application problems using systems of equations. And I know these can be intimidating, but just take them step by step. Make sure you define your variables, and really just stay calm. Okay, so let's read through this. It says, a total of 484 students took either algebra or chemistry last quarter. If there were 52 more algebra students than chemistry students, find the number of students taking each course. So, first of all, we have algebra students and chemistry students. So let's let little a be the number of algebra students. And let's let C be the number of chemistry students. Okay, there's no reason you have to use X and Y. You can use variables that make sense for the problem. It'll help you keep track of it. Okay, and then what I recommend is start going through it. Just read one line at a time. So it says a total of 484 students took either algebra or chemistry. Okay, so that means if we add the number of algebra students and the number of chemistry students, we get the total 484. So we're going to write that down. If we add the algebra plus the chemistry, we get 484. Okay, now let's look at the next line. If there were 52 more algebra students than chemistry students. Okay, so we know there were 52 more algebra students than chemistry. So algebra is equal to the chemistry plus 52 more. Okay, there were 52 more algebra students than chemistry. So take the chemistry plus 52. That gives us the algebra. Okay, now we want to solve. To solve it, you can use any of the methods we talked about. This one's already set up really nicely for substitution because we already have A solved for something. We already know A is equal to C plus 52. So we can plug that in to the first one. So we'd have C plus 52 plus C equals 484. If we combine like terms here, we'd have 2C plus 52 equals 484. So I'm going to subtract 52 from both sides. So I get 2C equals 432. I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and I get the number of chemistry students was 216. Okay, now we know the algebra is 52 more than that. So the number of algebra students is 268. Okay, so you know, if you're writing your solution, you could say there were 216 chemistry students and 268 algebra students. Okay, and that would be our final solution. Okay, let's go down to this next one. It says peanuts costing $3.25 a pound and candy corn costing $2.20 a pound are mixed to make 50 pounds of a mixture to cost $2.62 a pound. How many pounds of each are used? Okay, so here we have peanuts and candy corn. So let's define our variables. We're going to let P be the number of pounds of peanuts. And we're going to let C be the number of pounds of candy corn. Now, we know that we're making 50 pounds, okay? So it says they're mixed to make a total of 50 pounds. So that means we can write out the equation P plus C equals 50. Now, let's talk about the cost. And we can write an equation that talks about the total cost. So the total cost here is going to be the cost of peanuts total plus the total cost of candy corn will equal the total cost of 50 pounds. Okay, now the total cost of peanuts is going to be the, I don't know why that just erased, will be the cost of peanuts per pound times the number of pounds of peanuts, so 325 times P. The total cost of the candy corn is going to be the cost per pound of candy corn, 220 times the number of pounds. And then the total cost of the mixture would be the cost per pound of the mixture, 262, and we had 50 pounds. Okay, so that will be our second equation. Now, it's really up to you about how you want to solve this. Just to get a little more practice, I'm going to solve this using elimination. So I'm going to multiply this first equation to eliminate P. So I'm going to multiply everything through by negative 3.25. So that's going to give me negative 3.25P minus 3.25C equals, and in my calculator I'm going to do 50 times negative 3.25, negative 162.5, and then I'll bring our second equation down, 3.25P plus 220C equals, and we'll do this 2.62 times 50. The total cost of 50 pounds would be $131. And now we're going to add going down. The P's eliminate. Minus 3.25 plus 2.2 gives us negative 1.05C equals, we do negative 162.5 plus 131, negative 31.5. So now I'll divide by negative 1.05. And we get C is 30. So we have 30 pounds of candy corn. Now we knew it was a total of 50. We knew that P plus C equals 50. So if P plus 30 equals 50, if we subtract 30 from both sides, we see that we have 20 pounds of peanuts. So we can write our solution. We'd say there were 20 pounds of peanuts and 30 pounds of candy corn in the mixture.